Welcome everyone to European Stories from EU and Volunteers. Sadly this week I have no guest to share their story, but I decided to have a different, hopefully equally interesting episode instead. As most of you should know by now, especially those who are volunteering at the moment or who have volunteered before, money isn't infinite. As much as we want it to do different things, go out to drink, meet new people, travel, if you're volunteering, your money is slightly limited. But given that a lot of us also likes to travel, then some of you might ask, is there a way to travel for free when you are a volunteer or as free as possible? And actually, this came into my mind recently because tomorrow I'm going on a camping trip or a hike for 2 days. Actually, when you hear this, it will be the second day. So yeah, I will almost be coming back to the city life. But I decided to talk a little bit about this opportunity because it's also very new for me to camp. And I've only done it when I was younger and I was on the scouts, and I didn't much enjoy it and I wasn't much into nature before. But I guess it's still an interesting topic for those of you who might be interested in trying something new, because I guess after all, that's what volunteering is about, is defying yourself, taking steps into the unknown a little bit. So I gathered a list together with my two camping mates of some tips that some people who might just be starting out camping or don't know exactly what to bring or what is crucial or some things to keep in mind. We have gathered 6 tips to follow, and I hope they are somehow interesting to you and you can take advantage of it maybe on your next hike, on your next camping trip. Yeah, let's get into it. The first tip that we gathered was please make sure that while you're on the hike, beforehand, plan it in a way that you know where you're going to get water. If you're going to like a national park or something like that, there would be information telling you where some water sources would be with drinkable water. So I guess in the nature, it doesn't really matter what time of the day it is. It only matters when was the last time you drank water, when was the last time you ate, and when is the sun setting. So I guess knowing where you're getting your water and how much you'll have that water for until you reach the next source of water, then I think that's important to have in mind. Second thing, something that I never thought to myself because I'm not experienced in this, but my friend who is extremely experienced, and someday I know that he's going to create his own like camping company, making like newbies in this camping world feel more comfortable with the idea. One thing that you should do is to avoid cotton clothes, because apparently if it's raining or if you get sweaty, then it's not a very breathable material. And clothes get wet, they don't dry out, and it also gets very heavy. And you don't want more heaviness on yourself than what you have on your backpack. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, always carry a new pair of socks, specifically a warm pair of wool socks. It is very warm and it will make you feel more comfortable and cozy and warm in your sleeping bag after a very long day of hiking. Then tip number 4, don't bring something if you're not sure that you'll use it or need it. The caveat to this is if it's a survival thing, then bring it. If it's not, don't. Now I was just thinking, should I bring an extra jacket just because it's slightly more appealing than the better one that I have? Of course not. Like, why do you need 2 jackets? You just need one good jacket to go for a hike for 2 days. Come on. So bring only things that are extremely required, because you don't want to carry useless stuff that you're not going to use. The 5th tip is to always carry with you a first aid kit, and in particular, blister plasters. Because even if your hiking shoes are good quality and you've used them before, you're comfortable, if you're walking on them for the entire day, for multiple days, and eventually your feet won't like it as much. So you'll start having blisters on some parts of the feet, and this is miraculous. It really saves your feet. Again, you might not use it, but if you need it, then this will save your trip because you'll manage to continue enjoying it and hiking. The last tip, we have slightly obvious tip, but given that I mostly hiked within a day and rarely camp, or I've never camped since I was a young kid, I didn't think about this until my friends mentioned, which is don't forget to bring a toothbrush. Basically, yeah, makes perfect sense. I mean, we brush our teeth every day, so of course you want to bring a toothbrush. But the other thing associated to this is that apparently there are these environmental friendly toothpastes. There are just like these really small balls that you put on your mouth and you brush your teeth with that. And you don't have to carry like this toothpaste that we usually use on our normal daily routine that is very bad for the environment. So yeah, I haven't tried it. I don't know, but with that, I'm done with my tips, or I need to thank Archel and Chloe for this amazing list, because they have been, without them, first, I wouldn't be going to camp tomorrow, or by the time you listen this, yesterday. And second, they are more experienced than I am. Before I head out, I just want to give a bonus tip for those who might be traveling in summer or in warmer, more humid places, because apparently if there are a lot of mosquitoes around, even if the water is cold and if you're hiking for 1-2 weeks, you should wash yourself every day, because the more you stink, the more the mosquitoes will come, and you don't really want mosquitoes around you, because that just makes for an unpleasant moment and an unpleasant experience, I guess. So that's the bonus tip. For now, this is all. I'm so glad that it took until the end. This is a very different type of episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope these tips were helpful, and tell us if you want to hear more of this different type of episodes with like tips of traveling, and I don't know, can be anything, but like mostly like if you want me or Paula to have some episodes where we just talk about just some random thing related to, I mean, not entirely related to volunteering, but maybe interesting for someone who is volunteering, wants to get out of their comfort zone. That's it for me today. Please follow us on our social media. We are on Facebook and Instagram at European Solidarity Network. And if you want to participate on future episodes as a guest, you can also send us an email or a message on Facebook or Instagram. Yeah, we'll answer as soon as we can. And it will be nice to meet more of you. So thank you so much, and bye.